And I'm Artist Wayne.
And we're riding up Caravan Hill.
Welcome to Gunnedah, a welcoming place that features the best of the country lifestyle. Brilliant skies, homemade goodies, cafes and friendly smiles. We arrived in good old Gunnedah, but we've got a lot to catch up on. That's right, Jacqui and I left beautiful Lake Keep It, where we'd been camped for a month, and we travelled the huge distance of 40 kilometres to Gunnedah. You see, because I spent so much money lately, poor wife Jacqui needed to get a job.
I had to get a job because Wayne was spending way too much money.
So we arrived at the Gunnedah Tourist and Caravan Park,
Stop here.
which would be our home for the next month or so, where we'd be well looked after by Max and Mandy and Linda and Cole. So we put our caravan in storage and stayed in one of the on-site cabins, because while wife Jacqui was doing a stint of nursing at the Gunnedah Hospital, it was important that I was comfortable. Nice.
My goodness, all this space. What are we going to do?
Big shower. Now the first thing you notice here in Gunnedah is the smell. At first I thought it was me, but then we realised it was the colony of bats that live down by the river. They may be cute and cuddly, but boy do bats stink. Anyhow, over the next 3 weeks, my life became a little bit of a struggle. I had to get up super early to take wife Jacqui to work, and boy was it cold in the mornings. The hospital was only a couple of kilometres away, so I don't see why she couldn't just walk.
Oh, you're tired, you poor thing.
After dropping Jacqui off at the hospital, I then had to make my own breakfast and clean up after myself. Hell, I even had to make the bed.
Poor Wayne. Oh, I didn't tell him that there was a cleaner coming in once a week to clean the cabin.
Anyway, that's enough of my hardship. I did on the rare occasion find time to get out and explore on my own, like doing the 350 kilometre return trip to the beautiful Coolah Tops region. Coolah is a small town in the beautiful Coolah Valley. The charming town is the gateway to the magnificent Coolah Tops National Park. It's a playground for walkers and mountain bikers looking for a great cycling and camping experience. And the beautiful Coolah Tops National Park is located in New South Wales, 250 kilometres northwest of Sydney. It's stunning and spectacular countryside in this part of Australia, but boy do we have a feral goat and pig problem. And if I'm not mistaken, I think feral pigs are the #1 problem for farmers right across New South Wales. And seeing as Jacqui and I were planning to camp in the beautiful Warren Bungles, we couldn't help but wonder whether they too had a feral goat and pig problem in the national park. Now, Jacqui wasn't working every day, so we still found time to set off and see the sights of Gunnedah together. And the best way to do that is on a push bike. Gunnedah has some beautiful silo art and a statue featuring the famous poet Dorothea McKellar. I love a sunburnt country, a land of sweeping plains, of rugged mountain ranges, of droughts and flooding rains. I love her far horizons, I love her jewel sea, her beauty and her terror, the wide brown land for me. Gunnedah also has a water tower museum, which features a spectacular Vietnam War memorial mural and a wonderful memorial commemorating the burial place of Kamilaroi warrior Kumbo Gunnedah. the Red Chief. And if you're feeling energetic, you can ride all the way up Porcupine Hill to take in the beautiful 360-degree views of the Gunnedah district. There are also some very nice bushwalks you can do up here, which Jackie and I did on one of her days off. With a total area of a whopping 198 hectares, the Porcupine Reserve provides a significant conservation, education and recreation resource for the Gunnedah community. Now, whilst we were enjoying our time here in Gunnedah, we got to catch up with some very special guests. A big shout out to our mate Jared, King of Cooranbong, and his daughter Bella, who we caught up with for breakfast one morning at the Bittersweet Cafe. Jackie and I also had a visit from a fellow traveller, the one and only Combat Wombat, aka Michael. So, tell us, what's your story, Combat Wombat?
Right, so Mum met Dad and they flew to Ireland, they had me over there, and then they flew back here and gave birth to me over here in Paddington. And that was the beginning of my life, and I quite enjoyed that part of my life because there was no brother and, you know, life was good.
The next morning we caught up with the Combat Wombat for breakfast, and he was still talking. Only this time it was about his motorcycle.
It's a BMW R9T GS Urban Special Edition, 40th anniversary. So you can see on the badge there, 40 years of GS. So it's a commemorative bike to the original GS.
Now, whilst Jackie and I continued exploring beautiful Gunnedah, and more importantly the Namoi River, I found myself being inspired to paint. So one day I headed into Tamworth to get myself some oil paints.
I was so excited to hear that Wayne wanted to paint again because it's been years since he's picked up a paintbrush. Wayne has worked with oils, digital artwork and sculpting. He spent 3 years putting a body of work together called the Anzac Portrait Series, featuring interviews and paintings of our World War II veterans.
Well, I must say I started off a little shaky. It has been a long time after all, but I did manage to finish my latest oil painting. Namoi River Gums, Gunnedah. Jackie's stint of nursing work at the Gunnedah Hospital was almost at an end, and on one of her days off, we headed out 20 kilometres north of Gunnedah to visit the Benalla Aboriginal area. This park protects the significant cultural history of the Kamilaroi people and is a space for people to come together, learn, rediscover and reflect. Plus you can get a bit of exercise in because the park has a wonderful walk which takes you to the top of the ridge where the Benalla Cave appears as a strong physical presence both geologically and culturally. The park also has great picnic facilities, so why not pack a lunch and spend some time just sitting and relaxing in the beautiful Australian bush. Well, not long after our visit to the Benalla Caves, Jackie finished her stint of nursing work at the Gunnedah Hospital. And to celebrate, we headed somewhere we've been meaning to visit for a long time. That's right, I'm talking about the Graze, the award-winning restaurant in Willow Tree. Jackie and I took the scenic 1-hour drive from Gunnedah to Willow Tree, where we stayed in one of the King Lodge cabins at the Graze Hotel. Not only were we celebrating Jackie finishing work, we were also celebrating the fact we were leaving the cabin and jumping back into our caravan. And, as fate would have it, a spot became available in the caravan park so that we could stay a little longer and attend the 50th anniversary of Ag Quip.
G'day everyone, I'm Jackie.
And I'm Artist Wayne.
And we're in Gunnedah, just heading out to Ag Quip.
And the special guest joining us today was our mate, the one and only Kevin, aka Baldy T. Ag Quip is Australia's largest field day. and attracts over 100,000 visitors annually. And today we were celebrating 50 years. And apparently this is the place for all kinds of bargains. So Jackie and I were certainly going to keep an eye peeled for that elusive electric chainsaw we've been wanting.
What are you doing, love?
I'm sitting in my free Ram.
Close the door. Close the door.
Ag Quip plays a vital role in Australian agriculture, showcasing and demonstrating a vast range of new products and services, highlighting new technology and innovation and providing information to professionals on the land. This purpose-built site is located 8 kilometres west of Gunnedah and showcases over 3,000 products and services. And the place is absolutely huge, so you certainly do a lot of walking, which works up an appetite. Lucky for us, there's plenty of beef on display. And just like a Japanese seafood restaurant, you can pick out what flavoured beef you'd like, and they'll chuck it on a steak sandwich for you. Well, Jackie and I spent 2 fabulous days out at Ag Quip, but did we buy anything?
Bought this beautiful handbag. It's all Australian made.
It's merino.
It's merino.
It's lovely and soft.
It's gorgeous.
Good old Ag Quip. You got a hat? Couldn't get any hat
Bought
holders.
a cap.
A cap?
Yep.
That's a nice cap, that.
And we've got a wallet for Wayne. There we are.
Kangaroo
It's
skin.
gorgeous. Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
And
All Australian made.
all Australian made. And a wallet for me.
Yep, we bought a chainsaw. Oh, got a good deal. Hey, cordless chainsaw. Finally, we have one. And blower. And that was free. Free. You'll probably have to do a little bit more work now.
So where do you go after a great 2 days at Ag Quip? Why, the rodeo, of course. This is where Jackie and I got to watch some of Australia's top rodeo stars in action. And being an alpha male, they wanted me to do some bull riding. Unfortunately, I have a bad shoulder injury and had to decline the offer. Although wife Jackie did say being a rodeo clown would have been a better fit. This action-packed Gunnedah Rodeo is organised by the Gunnedah Show Society, which is a not-for-profit organisation serving the community. It's made up entirely of volunteers who give their time effortlessly to provide a platform for people from across the region and interstate the opportunity to participate in an agricultural show. The Gunnedah Show Society not only runs the annual Gunnedah Show, it also facilitates a wide range of activities throughout the year, including the Country Music Muster, Show Jumping Festival, Gunnedah Camp Draft, Working Dog Trials, Ag Quip Bull Ride and the Ladies Auxiliary Rose Show. What a way to finish a fantastic month in Gunnedah, where Jackie and I got to do some fine dining. So be sure to check out the description to this video, where we give you a rundown on what we thought of the different pubs and restaurants in Gunnedah. Sadly, it was time to leave, but it's always exciting for what's next. So without any further ado, it's time for Jackie and I to give good old Gunnedah a score.
I thoroughly enjoyed our stay in Gunnedah. It's such a beautiful country town. And I also enjoyed working at the hospital where everyone was so welcoming and friendly. So I'm scoring Gunnedah a 5 out of 5.
Even though my time in Gunnedah was quite difficult, seeing as Jacqueline was working and I had to look after myself, I'm still giving good old Gunnedah 5 out of 5. So I'm Artist Wayne.
And I'm Jackie. And our next destination is the Warrumbungles. So until then, thanks for watching, everyone.